of Israel's actions. How now do you think that that might progress, given what we've seen this evening and Israel's, the way they've acted within Gaza over the last few weeks?
Again, I want to distinguish the condemnation that comes from the people from the condemnation that comes from member states, because people are genuinely disgusted, and I've met thousands and thousands of people who cannot stomach the killing of kids after kids after kids anymore. And what we see now, day after day, is filthy floors of depleted hospitals just covered with bodies of babies and children, and this is unacceptable. So the people are revolted. Politicians are not. They are posturing condemnation. But while their mouths mimic criticism, they trade weapons with one end and goods with the others. There is nothing that is being done by Western leaders other than enabling and covering up, with a very few exceptions. But when I say few exceptions, I mean it. And this is such a revealing time, not only of where the hope lays, again, with the people. The people need to understand that this is time to change things and to get our politics in their hands. But also it's such a revealing time for the hypocrisy and the moral corruption of Western leadership and others who are certainly not better.
Francesca, I'm going to let you go any second now. We do appreciate you speaking to us for so long, but just one final thing. If you could just recap for us what you have heard about the current situation on board the Madeleine.
What I understand, as things stood when communication was interrupted between me and the captain of the Flotille, the Madeleine has been intercepted and taken by the Israeli army after being encircled by speedboats and spied on by quadcopters. So, yes, I think that this is, for the time being, I suspect that this is the end of the Madeleine's trip to Gaza.
And just remind us again what the Madeleine was carrying and the purpose of the trip, the voyage.
The Madeleine was carrying humanitarian aid, food and medicines, very little maybe, but so much humanity. And this has been currently held hostage toward Ashdod port in Israel.
OK, Francesca, we're going to leave it there. Thanks so much for joining us. Francesca Albanese, the UN Special Rapporteur on the occupied Palestinian territories, joining us on the phone from Tunis on that ongoing situation there on board the Madeleine. We're looking at pictures there of the moment of the Israeli military coming on board and making the arrests. We'd heard the story of the alarm being sounded as Israeli vessels approached the Madeleine, and then of quadcopters flying overhead. They sprayed this irritant substance, pretty much like paint, on board the ship, and then Israeli military officials came on board. Communications were jammed, and we believe that all those on board have now been arrested.